Hey guys, Thunderstud here, and today we're just gonna jump on in and talk about the new ban list. Now, it is tradition for after a ban list, after a KC Cup, we get a ban list. Usually it's something to knock out the meta. Konami's been going in a little bit of a different direction lately, and it's frankly a direction I like. It's the direction I think they should be heading. And that's removing things from the ban list because, people complain a lot and people talk about it a lot, but the meta is in a pretty healthy place right now with a bunch of different decks being completely viable. And I think that's pretty much Konami's key to keeping Duel Links accessible to new players, is to have as rich a meta as possible so more decks are viable, so you can play whatever deck you want to play and it's still a competitive deck. Just let the decks go crazy, remove most ban lists, then you'll see what's a real problem, and then just start the process all over from there. But what they've done here, they've mixed up Neos. They haven't exactly removed him from the ban list, they have mixed him up. So now Brave Neos is the 2 instead of Neos Fusion being the 2. Neos Fusion has gone to 3 and Keepers to 3. I thought it was huge. I thought Neos Fusion was the 2 and these 2 were removed. I was like, oh my goodness, that would be crazy. But no, we got, they're on the 3, so you could maybe use 2 Neos and a Dragon Keeper, 3 Neos and a way to get it in the graveyard, because you obviously can't summon 3 Neos. There is another Neos you could summon though. I think that one that attacks all the monsters but doesn't actually do direct attack damage and stuff like that. Now here's what I'm getting at. These lists are getting longer and longer. They're no longer on the list. I think that's a good direction to head. I think that's what Konami really needs to do, like I said, to make Duel Links accessible. Make it so magnets are competitive forever. Make it so Dark Magician's competitive forever. Stuff like that. Just really enrich the meta. So they've removed Magician of Dark Illusion. This card will be unlimited. Its power level is acceptable in the current metagame. Yeah, I mean, Dark Magician's not even really meta, and this dude was for sure cut from Dark Magician. He was, when he was 2 limited, he still is 2 limited. No room for him. I took any other 2 limit. Didn't really need him. Now I'm sure he'll find room in a Dark Magician deck now that he doesn't eat up a limit. But Dark Magician still kind of has a ways to go to figure out how to even get on a Blue Eyes level. So, I mean, Blue Eyes has been competitive for so long. Now, look at this. Konami gives poor explanations, but Cybernetic Fusion support is freed because people don't use Cyberstyle anymore. We use the new one. I don't even know what it's called, but it's for Xyz. It makes your Cyber Dragons level 5. So people aren't abusing Cyberstyle anymore. Nobody wants to abuse Cyberstyle anymore. There's a new skill we use that makes the deck meta, so now we can use Cybernetic Fusion support. And what that means is you don't use it to half your life points. That's supposed to be a cost. It's not supposed to be the point of the card. That's why Konami was so mad. But it's supposed to be a cost, so you pay half your life points. And the point is to do a fusion using monsters from your graveyard and or your side of the field. So, or you can always do it from your side of the field, but from the graveyard, that's the important part. Fusion support, you add it in there. You could run 1 now. There's no harm in running 1 without a limit. And it can make your graveyard a resource. Pretty good for endgame. Little win more, honestly, when you really knuckle down to it. It's a little win more. What made it so good in Cyber Dragons was abusing the skill Cyberstyle. So that doesn't happen anymore. Konami correctly recognized that and then stopped. And then here we have Spellbook. So I think that's all the spellbooks, right? Let me see. We can't just go how to obtain from this. I don't know what year spellbooks came out, but I don't know if there's other spellbook cards on the ban list. I have no idea where I'd even start to look. But I think, let's just say spellbooks are completely unlimited. Are they going to run away with the meta? No. I mean, spellbooks were meta ever, a very long time ago, back when one consistent banish was just your win con. That was just good enough in Duel Links to be a win con, just always having a banish. Now, not so much. You imagine something like Slowbooks, how they used to be played, going against something like Steam Dinos, Dino Mist. Oh my goodness. It would just dunk on them. It would swarm on them. They would be done for. But there is potential here. We do have some pretty, I don't want to say current or recent, but we have support that came out within a year for Spellbooks. I think I could say within a year for Spellbook. I went hard on it, but I'd probably use something like Silent Swordsman or things like that. Different stuff like that. But I am excited, especially for Neos. Neos, we're going to go back to Neos Frog Monarchs. That's the great way. You use Neos Fusion to get your Treeborn Frog in the graveyard. And then Monarchs are just support for your Neos. It's a really, really great deck, honestly. And it should be better with this mix-up, because we could just run one Neos. And it doesn't even matter how many Neos Fusion we run. We could just run 3 Neos Fusion. We could only run 1 Neos. That way, we only need to summon 1 Neos, and we can rely on our Monarchs to do the rest. All sorts of things. We'll get to that when we're deck crafting. Dark Magician, I don't think this is going to change Dark Magician whatsoever. Not the way I play it. Cybernetic Fusion support, maybe add 1 to Cyber Dragons. I should probably revisit Cyber Dragons. They're a little more meta than I thought they were going to be. I was very underwhelmed by the structure decks, so maybe I'll check them out. I don't anticipate this being a significant change. These boys, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm gonna look it up right when I'm done recording, but I'm pretty sure Slowbooks are completely unlimited now. I think that will make a difference. I can't think of the monster's name. I think it's Prophecy, the high-level monster that you're able to just reveal and bring out. I have a bunch of Prophecy. I have all the support for this deck. It wasn't very good when... I don't think it's Prophecy. I do not know this card's name. It's like the only boss monster for Spellbooks we have here. But she didn't make a splash. She didn't really make a huge splash when she was first released. So I don't know if Spellbooks, I think they should have been off the ban list forever ago. And that's the point. Konami needs to just do it. Just hurry up. Take more archetypes completely off the ban list. I just want Kawaki Miru fully powered again. I want to see Fur Hires come and face the new meta fully powered. All sorts of different things. So a very underwhelming ban list, but I do like that it's heading in the right direction in removing a bunch of cards from the ban list. I think that's what Konami needs to do, so kudos for that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the ban list, or just ban lists in general, how they're heading. Not so much curving the meta, but just letting new things come and play and seeing how that interacts with the meta. So I applaud that. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.